Teddi Mellencamp, the 44-year-old former cast member of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and a well-known television personality, recently reached a poignant milestone in her ongoing health journey. It has now been exactly 1 full year since she received the devastating diagnosis of stage 4 cancer. This announcement came after what she initially believed were severe migraines that led her to seek emergency medical attention. Within just 24 hours of arriving at the hospital, she underwent surgery to address plum-sized tumors that had developed on her brain, marking the beginning of an intense and life-altering battle against the disease. In a heartfelt post shared with her more than 1.2 million followers on social media, Mellencamp opened up about the complex emotions she was experiencing on this anniversary. She described feeling a significant amount of anxiety tied to the date, yet at the same time, an overwhelming sense of gratitude. She expressed deep appreciation for the dedicated doctors and nurses who provided her with exceptional care during the most critical moments. She also thanked her close family and friends for their unwavering support through every challenge, and she acknowledged the tremendous outpouring of love and encouragement from her fans and the wider community that had helped sustain her spirit. Her message carried an important piece of advice drawn from her own experience. Always trust your instincts when it comes to your health and seek medical attention promptly if something feels wrong. To accompany her words, she included a photograph from that difficult period, showing herself lying in a hospital bed with small medical devices attached to her head, a visual reminder of the vulnerability and strength involved in her recovery process. The post quickly drew responses from those close to her, including Kyle Richards, a longtime friend and fellow former housewife, who commented on the unbelievable passage of time and praised Mellencamp's resilience. Richards emphasized that even on days when Teddi might not feel strong, she truly is, serving as an inspiration to countless people facing similar struggles. The warmth and solidarity in these interactions highlighted the strong bonds Mellencamp has maintained despite the hardships. On the same day, Mellencamp used her social media stories to provide a more current glimpse into her ongoing treatment. She shared an image of her wrist wrapped in a red bandage, indicating that it was another session of immunotherapy. These treatments remain a regular part of her routine as she continues to manage the aftermath of her diagnosis. In recent months, Mellencamp has been candid about prioritizing her mental well-being alongside her physical recovery. During an episode of her podcast, Two Teas in a Pod, co-hosted with Tamra Judge, she discussed how she had begun therapy to process everything she had endured. She admitted that the emotional and psychological toll had been substantial, affecting her in ways she hadn't fully anticipated. She described noticing physical changes such as slower movements and difficulty with certain tasks that once came easily, which frustrated her deeply. Her desire to return to her pre-diagnosis level of energy and capability was palpable, yet she acknowledged the reality of her current limitations. The cancer she is fighting originated from melanoma that was first identified in 2022 and later metastasized to her brain, leading to the stage 4 classification. Even though scans now show no detectable trace of the disease, a development she has shared publicly in earlier updates, she emphasized that this does not mean she is cured or out of danger. She remains classified as stage 4 and continues immunotherapy indefinitely. In her own words, very little has fundamentally changed in her situation beyond the encouraging scan results. She had hoped to feel significantly better by this point in her journey, but she confessed that she still does not feel great on most days, dealing with lingering fatigue and other side effects. Looking back, Mellencamp revealed that symptoms had been building for about 6 months before she finally sought help. Persistent migraines plagued her, but she pushed through them, attributing the discomfort to stress or other life pressures rather than something more serious. This delay in addressing the issue is something she now reflects on with regret, using her platform to urge others not to ignore warning signs in their own bodies. Throughout her treatment and recovery, Mellencamp has been remarkably open with her audience, documenting each phase, from diagnosis and surgery to ongoing therapies, through posts, stories, and podcast discussions. This transparency has allowed her to connect deeply with followers who appreciate her honesty about both the triumphs and the ongoing struggles. The timing of her health crisis added another layer of complexity to her life. The diagnosis came just 3 months after she publicly announced her separation from her husband, Edwin Arroyave, in late 2024. Together they share 3 children. Daughters Slate, who is 13, and Dove, turning 6 later in February, along with son Cruz, who is 11. Mellencamp is also a stepmother to Arroyave's daughter Isabella, now 17, from a previous relationship. Navigating co-parenting, personal recovery, and public scrutiny has required immense strength, yet she continues to focus on her children's well-being and her own healing. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of life and the importance of resilience, self-advocacy in healthcare, and the value of a strong support network. By sharing her experiences so openly, Mellencamp not only processes her own journey but also offers hope and practical encouragement to others facing serious illnesses.